Hello there everyone, this is I Am Mark III and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, where I am trying to deal with some of the issues which were highlighted during the... No, wait, no, hang on, we're doing the whole time warping thing again. No. Nothing happened, nothing went wrong. No, never goes wrong. Nothing, never, ever goes wrong. Something like that. Alright, okay, let's put those guys there. Maybe that'll be better. I don't know. These guys can't articulate, right? No, they can't. Okay. Maybe something like that. What am I even doing? We did establish, though, last time that 2 boosters was just too many boosters, really. Also, we established the need for radiators, too. Anyway, let's see. Wheels. What's your drag? Do you not have a drag? Steerable, no brakes, fixed, unpowered. Micro landing struts. I'm looking for the drag statistics. Is there none? I seem to remember there was a drag statistic, but maybe I'm just missing something. Anyway, this is more like a plane now, but of course, in the interest of science, I'm going to strap a decoupler and a massive ass rocket booster to the bottom of it, because science. Who knows, maybe this one will actually work properly. I don't know, stranger things have happened, I suppose. But we've got a couple of outboard engines, we've got the attitude control, we've got fixed wings now as well. We could maybe use some aerodynamics at the front to keep it steady. What's this, a tail connect? No, we don't need that, no. Oh, I could actually be adding that to those, apparently. I could be building my own custom wings at this point if I wanted to. Don't really want to, though. That's just ridiculous, that. Actually, since I'm not using the front, something I could do is I could take off the entire rocket, get rid of that, and actually use a proper aircraft cockpit instead. Like that. Maybe that'll give me the thing that it wouldn't let me use before. Maybe. And I just stuck the antenna in the nose, of course. Right. So we've got a thing. In case we go too fast again, I do need to make sure I add some radiator panels to it. Oh, those are way too big, I think. Let's add some radiator panels to this rear section here. How's that going? 30 out of 30. We've got the added radiator panels just to help out, at least a little bit. Kind of trying to figure out where I want to put them. I suppose attaching them to the outer wings like that is probably the best I could do for it. So I guess like that, it's going to have to do. But yeah, we've actually got ourselves another jet plane kind of thing going on. But this is actually, I didn't take this approach before. I never really built jets onto the rockets, so this is new to me. That's why I messed up kind of horribly. Also, yes, I am aware I don't have a tail fin on this thing. SAS is still not available. Oh dear. Okay, manual control, here we go. Right. That's not right! I'm doing great at this! Whee! There may be slight balance issues. Maybe slight balance issues with this thing. Yeah, there may be a few issues with it. Right. Right. Right, what's wrong with this thing? Maybe take those off. That does leave this section kind of vulnerable in terms of like how it goes. But if I add in another pair of tail fin controllers to the rear of the rocket to try and help control it when it goes way out of control, maybe that'll help. Also, those are in the wrong place. I want those a bit further down. Right, okay. So that's the objective for that. Right. I must get my science, darn it! I want to get my science. The whole point of a career is to get to science. And money. Money helps too, but science is... Right, here we go. Stay on pitch very gently. Oh yeah, that's helping. Okay, I've got control of this thing. Kinda. No, not that way. Oh, darn it. Whee! I have control! Ah! I have control. I'm fine. Ah! Bloody hell. Ah! No. No. Come on, you can do this. We don't have any real lifts. And... ooh, we actually have flight. Kind of. I'm flying! Jets to maximum! Whee! How is this even working? I have no flipping idea. We didn't manage to make high altitude though, I must admit to that one. But we are going to get... Ah! I wish I had some automated control, that would be nice. I forget what it is that, like, if this was a proper aircraft, I could, like, tell it to have given pitch control kind of thing. But literally I'm staying airborne on my jet engines at this point. But the other problem is I can actually keep going for absolutely ages on this because even at full throttle I'm barely sipping at my fuel. So having a couple of these jets to help out your craft actually would be a really good idea. I can see future applications for this thing in an atmospheric landing because these jets are ridiculously fuel efficient. They are great. Also, sadly, this is one of my more successful attempts at flying a plane on this game. So, I'm not sure if this guy actually qualifies as a plane. It's certainly it's my most successful ever rocket-launched plane, but I don't think that's anything to brag about. Oh dear. Ah! Oh, the lack of a tailplane is a slight problem. I've got to. If I don't further it, it's like, oh, blast! I've spun out. Abort! Abort! Another startling success. Those jet pods, wonderful little things. I wish I'd used those things before. Actually, they're awesome. Though admittedly, they do tend to blow up if I take them into space. But you know. Oh well. Crevice water, keep it. So we got some science done, at least. That thing, I don't think this thing should have flown, really. But it did it anyway. Okay, right. I'll accept that one. Back to the Space Center. Now, once again, we didn't actually get very far. What we need, though, to round this series out is like brute force and ignorance. We cover the entire thing. Little 33 science. Done. Yep. Okay. Right, we need brute force and ignorance, I think. We need to break through. We need to go and get more science and stuff. So this is a very clever way to go about it, but it does require more engineering and stuff as well. There's also the fact that I need a bunch of extra science bays and things to even get anything done, which is not great. So Mark 1 command pod. Check. Actually, if I put that away, I don't have power generation. Right, so I have to do command pods for manual control. Right, aerodynamics. We'll put a big ass cap on top of it, of course. Actually, let's see. Let's be smart about this. Well, first time for everything, isn't there? Ejector. Then that goes on there. Check. We need a couple of safety chutes for this part, because this is the part that's going to come back down when all is said and done. Yep. We also need a heat shield. See, I'm being schmert about this. I'm a schmerty pants person. So heat shield. For re-entry, because we're probably going to be re-entering, since we're going to brute force and ignorance, we're going to re-enter at severe velocity. Then we want to add another decoupler underneath that. So that's the... Actually, no, I want to pull off the heat shield there, because I want to add some science pods to it. We are going orbital, my friend. We also need a payload bay, of course, because reasons. Which will need to house enough science to do stuff. I guess an experimental storage device? No, that, I mean, does that... I don't know if this thing will actually... Does that thing actually help? Like, will I get maximum return from that thing? Oh well, it's worth trying it, I suppose. Let's go ahead and try it. Okay, let's reattach this section. So we get that back on. The science bays will actually detach from us. So we'll be dumping our valuable science equipment overboard for the return leg of the journey. So these things will be going when we start to come back down. But that's our science bays. We also need some a final stage, I suppose, which will be a small booster and a swivel jet. Okay, how many parts have we got so far? We should keep an eye on this. 14. Right, we need to get this thing working. So another set of those for another big set of some more fuel tanks. So that's the final stage. That's the final stage that's going to try and... I mean, I've got to get Orbital, you know, in like a week's worth of episodes. I've got to get Orbital at least once. It's like, I've got to do that. Swivel fuel. So, once again, a swivel. Try and keep some attitude control going on. Then we need the side ejectors, which are mounted in pairs, actually. Like a pair there, and a pair there. And of course we've got to go big or go home, so massive boosters. Which I will fire in sequence, by the way, rather than like all at once. If I fire them all at once, I'm going to go... Something is going to explode, so, you know, not the best idea. So if I put those like that... Oops. So, yeah. Right. 28 out of 30, and I want some aerodynamics. I'm going to put the aerodynamics onto the ones that I'm going to hang on to the longest. So those will go... Those fly first, right? Then the other pair, with the ones with the actual caps, will be firing. The ejectors will go... Actually, that pair of ejectors needs to go first. Then that pair, because those ones will be going longer. So that goes there. The rear engine needs to be firing up in the initial stage. Probably running at low throttle for a while, but got to keep that one. So after that section ejects, after that side ones ejects, we'll be running on just that rear motor until we're done. Then that ejects and triggers the next stage immediately. Then the next stage is that's actually got the science bay attached to it as well. But then after that, this is the recovery stage where we'll eject this piece and this piece, and then final stage is the parachutes. Maybe I should mount those onto there instead. Yeah, parachutes there to bring this back down, because we'll dump the nose cone as we go too. So that should be good. That should all be good. I think that's all good. Now watch it go horribly, horribly wrong. Because this is Kerbal Space Program. Yep, that'll do. Okay, all sorted. And prepare for launch. Yes, final launch of this particular little mini-series, I think. I think that's not... and SAS is still not working for some strange reason. Okay, fine. If SAS is not wanting to work, fine. Just have to try and keep this thing under control. No, you don't. Don't you dare swivel on me. Nope. This thing naturally wants to turn. It's not great. Oh no! It's going horribly wrong. No, no, no! I'll blast it. I have lost control. I really wish my automatic pilot assist was helping, but it's not. Why isn't my SES working anymore? No operation on SES modules, no... Wait, why do I have Bill? Why do I have flipping Bill? That's what I want to know. Why do I have Bill? What happened to Jeb? Did I leave Jeb somewhere? Why have I got... No wonder it's not working. I've got... Where's Jeb gone? I reverted all the saves where... all the flights where Jeb died, darn it. Right, tracking station. Right, title spacecraft. Recover. Oh. Apparently I've not been recovering the vessels. Right. Whoops. I left my pilots out in the middle of nowhere. No wonder my stuff wasn't working properly. Alright. That's giving me the science I need though. Get electrics, which I need for a few bits and bobs, but unfortunately I've already got my brute force thing sorted out, so you know. Adapters. Alright, let's get the electrics tech, because that gives solar panels, which is such an important tech. However, it's too late for my brute force rocket to be benefiting from such things, really. Well, actually it's not, but with a pilot on board to keep this thing under control, it will actually go where it's meant to. Wonders never cease. Maybe I should... well, I don't even have an antenna on this thing to send back reports, so... It's not really meant to try and take advantage of the extra bits I've just gained. Got to admit to that. The only thing I'd really add on is the lights, which can help to illuminate where you're landing. But this guy is not really meant to do anything more except come down as gently as a feather and/or like a brick. So, again, this craft is not really meant to do that. But at least this time, I've actually got my pilots back. No, Bill, get out of there. I want Jeb. There we go. Flipping heck. I can't believe I accidentally left my pilot sitting out in the middle of nowhere. and didn't realise when I could no longer use my SAS control. Right, okay. This should work properly this time. Because I've got Jebediah on the case. I'm going to leave Jeb with a little bit of power from the liquid fuel engine, but for the most part we are just under boosts. Solid fuel is running okay. We are off to a great start. We are going too quickly though, so I'm actually throttling back completely. So Jeb's just lost the assist from the swivel engine at the bottom. That's okay though. He's on it. He's maintained perfect control just with the crew module. We're about to commence secondary stage. There we go. I really wish I could tell what altitude I'm at. I think it's like says 8 kilometers. I can tell when I've got to 10 kilometers or above, but apart from that, I can't really tell at all. So, very helpful, I know. Oh, we're actually tipping. We need the jets. There we go. Yeah, with the added power of the jets, Jebediah can keep it under control. Okay, we're starting to... Right, we want to be accelerating that now anyway. 45-degree angle. Whee! Right, what else? I've not needed this view until now. Oh, we are going to get... Yeah, we are going to get Orbital. Right, I don't need that anymore. Having the pilot assist let me do that so much more easily. But we're actually going to make Orbital. Yay! Right. Just need to line myself up properly. Very carefully. There we go. Because going to Orbital is just like a matter of managing like this. Here we go. After years away from Kerbal Space Program, and after finding I'd accidentally left my crew scattered across the landscape of the planet, I have finally made it back into space and orbit. Because there's nothing that's going to stop me from getting into orbit now, I don't think. Unless they change the orbital distance, of course. Which they might have done, but I don't think they did. So, yeah. Alright, here we go. We're approaching our apoapsis. Alright. Need to line up slightly, but that's a minor matter. And are we lined up? We are lined up. Burn for the horizon! Begin orbital insertion. Actually, I could have ejected the this one at this point by now already. There's no air up here, so that's actually just extra mass I'm hauling around at the moment. I think I need to increase the thing slightly. There we go. So I'm just beginning my orbital burn. I am gonna be in orbit. I'm not going to go anywhere, by the way, but this will be my first orbital craft. Oh, we're out. Bye-bye! This is why there's a final stage. Though, admittedly, it's not got much fuel in it. Oh, I'm not going to manage to make it to orbital. Oh, so close, yet so far. If only I'd had a poodle to attach this. A poodle is a great space-borne engine. Oh, am I actually orbital? Almost. I am in orbit. So I think, yeah, I think I'm in orbit. Though there is also the slight fact that I might not have a way to get back down from orbit. Wouldn't that be the perfect ending to this little set? It's like, hey, I made it to orbit. By the way, I can't get the craft back, but I think I'm dropping close enough to get atmospheric drag, which will bring me back down somewhere on this side of the planet. So, yeah, I think I've barely managed to do all this stuff. So, okay, let's see. Observe the material bay. Alan Kerbin. Keep. Observe. Keep. Okay, log pressure dat. Don't actually need that. Don't think I need this one either. Log temp. Nope, not needed. What about a crew reports? Nope. Okay, so I've got all that. Right, so how does this thing work? I've never used one of these things before, quite literally. Collect. There we go. Removed modular orbital, material studies stored. Oh, I didn't need the material, the goo one. Okay, but it seems like storing it like this has actually helped. Like that. So, if I recover this, then it should be fine. So yeah, that means there's all that's left to do really is trigger the final stage, which for some reason are separated again. Right. Okay, release! I said release, darn it. Thank you. I think that's gone out into orbit. Goodbye, nose cone. What the heck? I was not expecting to create my first piece of orbital debris, but that thing got a serious kick when I ejected it. Actually, I could have used those ejectors to slow my craft down slightly. But, oh well. All that's left now is to wait until this craft gets around to the other side of the planets. Whee! I'm only in near orbit. Yep, we've dropped far enough. We're going to get some atmospheric drag. And we need to get this thing lined up with the direction we're going. There we go. Apparently that ring actually stays, so it wasn't a bug a few parts back. When that thing stayed on my nose, that thing is actually meant to stay there. But we have got a heat shield. Our little module should be okay, in theory. But we're going to find out really soon. Oh well. Maybe we're only going to skim the atmosphere, but we are... No, we're not getting any... Oh, we are getting... Yeah, we're getting some drag. It's starting. Yeah, we are going to come down. That is dropping faster and faster now, and it's getting much further away. Yeah, we're getting enough we're getting enough drag to bring ourselves back out of orbit. I rather like that having that ring on the back. Actually, it looks quite nice. It reminds me of the Sword of the Stars, Earth-style spaceships. Do a barrel roll. We got to spin to spread the heat. Whee! I think Jebediah's enjoying the ride. It's like being at a theme park, you know. But yeah, this is going to be just fine. The heat shield is handling it absolutely wonderfully. And we do get a bit of a fireworks display to round out, finishing it off the series, you know, this little mini series. Okay, let's see. We are dropping. We're still steadily slowing down. We are nicely ballistic. We're going to land on an island, actually. I'm not sure if that's great or not. 6, 5, 4. Deploy the chutes. Slow down. There we go. And we've made it. Rather nicely, actually. I don't normally go for these orbital pods. I prefer to bring back, like, all the science modules and things. Which is why I'm quite happy with the experimental data pod, which I've just gained. Oh, yeah, this place counts as grasslands, apparently. Lovely. Even though we're going to be landing in what is effectively a lake, we're still in grasslands. Oh well. I could have gone for a polar landing or something, I suppose I could have. If I thought about it a bit more, not spent my fuel trying to get into orbit, I could have deliberately come down on the pole. But I didn't think to do that. So there we go. Nice, careful, casual splash landing. Oh, no wait, grasslands. Was it highlands before? Grasslands? EVA. EVA report. Yeah. Okay, we've actually got some new reports here. Okay. But yeah, we're quite happily floating, and that has gone really well. So, tracking station this time. Make sure we actually recover the pod. I still don't know how I managed to fail to do that, but yeah, recover the pod. That was worth a fair bit. We almost made orbit, but we ran out of fuel at the last moment. So, yeah. Yeah, well, we got a fair bit of science out of that. Actually, yeah, 25, yeah. Saving it in the storage container did give me the full science value as if I'd retrieved the actual thing itself. So that's good. Now I know that for any future attempts. Done. But sadly, with that, I must call it there, because that is a full week's worth of mini-series now sorted out and done with. So, yes, indeed. Oh, I can't even afford anything. Oh well. This has been Iron Mark 3. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the show. And I will catch you all some other time. Some other place, some other video stream, series, maybe the Discord, which is in the description. I don't know. Whatever takes your fancy, really. Oh. No wonder it was spinning. I've got, the rockets are off-center. Well, yeah, the rockets are off-center. Lovely. Yeah, these rockets are off-center, so that's why it was spinning uncontrollably without the pilot assist on it. Right. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all some other time. That is so typical. Jeez.